Two-faced Sadiq Khan, who said he has lost all faith in Cressida Dick, has now thanked her for nearly 40 years of service in the Metropolitan Police, even though he has recently criticised her for a handling of racist, misogynistic and homophobic messages shared by officers at Charing Cross Police Station, the Sarah Avard situations, including the way police dealt with the vigil, and, as you already know, a whole host of other scandals which have plagued the Met during her time in post. The outgoing Commissioner has said in a letter to London, in some final outgoing remarks, that the politicisation of policing is a threat not just to policing but to trust in a whole criminal justice system. And this comes from the poisonous dwarf whose entire career has been political. The political decision to establish her as the Met Commissioner through every decision that she herself has ever made. Cressida Dick described police operational independence from government as crucial in what some feel may be seen as a swipe at political leaders in the wake of her downfall. Like the decision to get rid of her was a political one. If it was a political decision, she'd still be there. This was simply about her inability to get the Met to function as a police service for the people. On Friday, Dame Dick was cheered and applauded by a large crowd of police officers and staff, bidding her an emotional farewell outside Scotland Yard ahead of her last day of the job, which was Sunday. During a visit to the Metropolitan Police Specialist Training Centre in Gravesend in Kent, Dame Dick reiterated that her resignation was not her decision, stating that London Mayor Sadiq Khan instigated change at the top of the force. The Mayor of London is a democratically elected person, she said. He has a job to do. He has certain responsibilities in relation to the Metropolitan Police Service. Didn't you have certain responsibilities in relation to the Met Police Service that you failed on? Poisonous dwarf. He caused me to say that I would step aside. I did not voluntarily resign. What happened in the run-up to that and subsequently in the last few weeks, perhaps, I don't know, will be looked at by Her Majesty's Chief Inspector of Constabulary, Sir Tom Windsor. Now, Sir Tom Windsor's actually left HMIC now, but allegedly he's said to be doing a review into her leaving the Metropolitan Police, even though he's not a Inspector of Constabulary anymore. Dick said, "We hear the criticism. No, not everybody has confidence in us to provide a good service when they need us, and have seen among us those whose horrific actions have let you down, have let you all and us down so terribly. Each one drives us to get better, to root out those who don't uphold our standards and don't deserve to wear the uniform. We are listening and acting on what you tell us so we can change for the better." Well, I'll tell you what, Dick, perhaps you need to change the battery in your hearing aid, because it certainly doesn't look like you've been listening. In a statement, Sadiq Khan said, "I would like to thank Dame Cressida Dick for almost 4 decades of dedicated public service, with the vast majority spent at the Met, where she was the first woman to become Commissioner," he said. "In particular, I commend her for the recent work in helping us to bring down violent crime in London." Is violent crime down in London? Or is it more that the violent crime is now perpetrated by the police rather than the public? He added, "I'm now working with the Home Secretary on a recruitment of a new Commissioner. I have been clear that I won't support the appointment of anyone who doesn't understand and acknowledge the scale of the challenge facing policing. Regaining the trust and confidence of London's communities is crucial to policing by consent and making our city safer. In the recent past, she's worked with many others to help us reduce violent crime, but I'm not going to hide it from the fact that I lost confidence in her. I'm not going to hide from the fact that we've had in our city a series of devastating scandals over racism, sexism, discrimination, homophobia. We've had trust and confidence from Londoners in the police service at rock bottom. What about the murders? You haven't mentioned the murders there, Sadiq Khan. Or the rapes. Mustn't forget that too. Or the indecent assaults. Mustn't forget that either. It's one of the reasons why I lost confidence in her, and it's one of these things that I'll be looking for in a new Commissioner, and how they will address some of these serious issues that, frankly speaking, the current Commissioner failed to address." Well, that's one down. one of the powerful few that need removing from their positions of power. I'd suggest Sadiq is not far behind Dick on the list of people who need taking out. And I can assure you all that I certainly won't be sorry to see any of the political elite gone. Not a single one of them stands for the people they are sworn to protect, and everything about every decision made is now a politically motivated one for their own gain, rather than to genuinely change and help the people of this country. Very big thank you to channel supporters, especially these guys. Your support is truly appreciated. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, as I know many of you will, and until next time, stay safe, look after each other, film the police and other officials.